Gang membership has increased by 51% over the past 5 years, alongside violent crime increasing 33%. We need a firmer response. Gangs peddle misery and intimidation throughout our communities, and this government is determined to give police and the courts the powers they need to deal with them. Just 1 in every 400 New Zealanders are identified as gang members, yet they are linked to nearly 1 in 5 serious violent crime offences and around 1 in 5 homicides, around 1 in 4 kidnapping and abductions, and 1 in 4 of all crime caused by illicit drug offences. So a very small section of our society is associated with and linked to a very significant part of the overall serious violent crime in our communities. Let's get real about the impact of gangs in our community. They're causing mayhem on our streets, and no effort to reduce serious crime will succeed unless we make progress against gangs. The passage of these bills will mean the implementation of 4 new policies to target gangs. First, the Gangs Bill introduces a comprehensive gang insignia ban, outlawing the display of gang patches in public places at all times. This extends the current ban, which applies only to government premises, and will help diminish the status of gangs and reduce the fear and intimidation that patches cause in our community. Since the bill was introduced, I've worked to strengthen this policy so that the justice system can effectively respond to anyone who repeatedly defies the patch ban. If an offender is convicted 3 times within 5 years, a court order will be made against them, banning them from owning any gang insignia for the next 5 years and preventing them from continuing to reoffend. It will be uncomfortable for them. Secondly, the bill creates a new dispersal power, which police can use to stop gang members from gathering in public. A dispersal notice will require the group to leave an area and not associate in public for 7 days. This tool will enable the police to disrupt gatherings that can escalate into criminal behaviour. Gangs gather in public places in order to create fear in our communities and to intimidate law-abiding Kiwis. Time and again, we've seen criminal gangs block roads, harass the public and disrupt the lives of ordinary citizens, going about their business peacefully. The public should no longer have to put up with this sort of behaviour. To ensure the safety of officers, police can issue the dispersal notice at the time of the gathering, or the police can decide it would be more appropriate to issue the notice at a later time. The notice will apply for the next 7 days, preventing the group from reconvening again in public. We recognise there need to be exemptions, and the dispersal notice will not apply to public meetings of immediate family members or where people need to associate for lawful purposes such as work, education or healthcare. There's also an ability to apply to the Commissioner of Police for an exemption for other lawful purposes. The third thing the bill does is create non-consorting orders. This order is issued by the court and will require specified people not to associate or communicate for 3 years. Crimes like the importation and sale of illegal drugs, of course, require coordination and planning. Police often know exactly who the criminals are, but are powerless to prevent them from planning and committing these crimes before it's too late. We believe the police should be able to get on and act on the intelligence they have and apply to the court to stop known gang members gang offenders from associating or communicating with one another to keep our communities safe. As with dispersal notices, our bill recognises that some association or communication may be required for lawful purposes. Exemptions are provided for immediate family and lawful purposes such as work, education and healthcare. The court can also consider applications for exemptions for other lawful purposes. The Sentencing Amendment Act will allow courts to more easily consider a person's gang membership when sentencing them for crime. This will ensure the courts are not unduly limited in using gang membership as an aggravating factor. I expect this will lead to tougher sentences for gang members and send a strong message that gangs' unlawful activities will not be tolerated. The government's putting gang members on notice. Our message to them is clear: your behaviour is not tolerated, and Parliament is determined to give police extra tools to disrupt your illegal activities.